education, which the administration has expended so much energy and resources. First, school fees of higher institutions were reduced and bursary awards was increased.
During the Education Summit, we brought in people from all over the world, even Nigerians in diaspora, from Osun State, from many, Osun State indigenes living abroad, several people, even within Nigeria. We brought in academicians from our tertiary institutions, stakeholders. We involved PTA, the concerned. We involved even the religious group.
All polytechnics in the states were ordered to reduce the tuition from the over 80,000 which they were charging before we came on board to nothing more than 25,000 per student. And all colleges of education from the over 60,000 which they were charging before we came on board were ordered to reduce them to nothing more than 20,000 per student.
The fees were not just reduced, but the grants to higher institutions were increased to take care of the expected shortfall in revenue due to the fees reduction. Still on education, Ogbeni Aregbesola introduced a free school feeding program for pupils in elementary schools, and this has led to increase in school enrollment in public schools because parents are now withdrawing their children from private schools.
Egg, they eat eggs on Wednesdays, once a week. Then they eat chicken twice. They eat beef once, and they eat fish once. And these are big chunks, sufficient for kids.
In mention of the program, many pupils have been coming. Some parents who have taken their children from the public school before, immediately the commencement of the food, the elementary school feeding and the health program, many of these pupils have been trooping in, and the learning capability of the pupils has improved greatly. Many of them who used to absent themselves from schools before, they have now been coming to school regularly.
Merely introducing free meal, the population of primary school has swollen by 25% within a month.
Most private nursery primary schools are winding up because of Ogbeni's feeding program. So the registration in the public primary schools has increased tremendously, especially in the primary 1, primary 2, primary 3 that are being catered for.
The road is innovation. I like it.
Perhaps the most important in the education sector is the outright rebuilding or rehabilitation of dilapidated schools.
We came out with whole school to rebuild. We're not refurbishing the schools, but we're building state-of-the-art schools. The type of schools that I'm proud to say you only find in the state of Osun.
We have a plan to do complete refurbishing, complete makeover of the school system, whereby we build brand new 100 elementary schools, 50 middle schools, and 20 high schools at least. These numbers are not arbitrary. They are brand new. They are designed to be big. By sheer number and by sheer size, the 20 high schools will mop up more than 50% of high school enrollment all over the state. The 50 middle schools will mop up close to between 40 and 50% of enrollment in the middle school in their state, and the elementary schools to be built, newly built, completely built, will take over more than 40% of schools enrollment in the state, the elementary schools enrollment in the state. So that defines our focus. the scope of it is that we are looking at having to superintend construction works in about 170 sites.
The all-school project is now taking shape. For example, at Salvation Primary School, Ogbeni The foundation of another model school was laid this year at Ejibo by Ogbeni Rauf Aregbesola, just as the governor used the occasion to explain the mission of the administration.
This model high school we are turning here today is one of 20 we are going to deliver to the people of this state in the next 18 months by the grace of God. This school is the number one of the 20 we are going to deliver to this state in the next 18 months. Inshallah. In addition, we are building 100 new elementary schools and 50 middle schools. Let me pause to describe to you the restructuring of education we are going to witness in Osun. Grade 2, grade 3, grade 4. It has facilities for all subjects in the sciences, arts, and social science, including state-of-the-art laboratories. It has recreation facilities and food courts. All this is a demonstration of faith in our people. Our people are born great. Our duty as government is to prepare them for that greatness that awaits them.